Alright, guys, I'll be reviewing a few more memes, but this time we have a special theme going on where I have added something new to YouTube Rewind's formula. Alright? By accident, I didn't mean to. I am simply, influenced by people, and I give a honest opinion of exactly what influences me, and it's not that difficult to understand of why I did the whole, you know, disclaimer. Alright, pretty much informing you guys that something weird is gonna happen involving girls. Alright? And it is kind of a new thing, a new twist to YouTube Rewind to involve more girls, and there's no easy way to do it besides actually adding celebrities into the mix. Because girls don't really, or women, don't really rule YouTube, let's put it that way. Or we don't want to acknowledge that. Again, when I talked about the introduction, I care about influencers, not YouTubers. Whoever finds YouTube useful, I care about those people. Okay. However, if you're someone like The Rock or something, who I don't even know if his YouTube channel even exists or something, if he doesn't care about YouTube, I don't know why he was featured. So, but I know Will Smith has a YouTube channel. I know, Ninja has a YouTube channel. People were exaggerating a little bit too much, I would say. If a celebrity actually cares to upload every now and then and the videos don't suck that much, it kind of makes sense to appreciate that. It's kind of hard because they have plenty of dollars to just pretend that they care, but I think Will Smith doesn't fall into a poop category as everyone believes it does. I'm sure most people haven't even, recognized that he has a YouTube channel. So, despite him becoming a meme or whatever, we could check it out, but right now I don't care. We're gonna talk about objectification, and I brought that to AI, and yes, indeed, what I have done is considerably objectification, and let's double check, okay? How bad is it? I'm wondering. Can have many harmful effects on both individual women and society as a whole. For women who are objectified, it can lead to feelings of low self-worth and body shaming, as well as lack of confidence in their abilities and potential. This has negative impact on their mental health and physical health, as well as their overall well-being. Blah, blah, blah. I don't see anything, dude. So it does feel like the AI is now propagating all the nonsense that we talk about often enough. I think it's nonsense, man. I think inequality or equality is nonsense. And trying to achieve that is absolute insanity, because gender's never meant to be equal, and it doesn't feel like it's going the right direction when we're trying to equalize genders, basically. It's cool when you do +2 + 2 equals whatever. I don't even care what it equals, guys. I don't even care. You can say fucking dinosaur and I will still believe it. But when you say uh 2 equals 3, then I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck are you, like, these definitions are standing on their own. Alright? You're saying that the definition of 2 is also a definition of 3. And I kind of want to keep the numbers separated. Alright? So it feels so much worse when you put the equality between 2 genders instead of whatever comes out when the 2 genders meet. You can create fucking magical world of unicorns and rainbows, or death and destruction. I don't care, dude. What you create when you combine 2 different forces together, but saying that 2 different forces separated are also very much equal. Like, that just blows my mind. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So now I have to pick up some wood and drink it. That's what I have to do sometimes, right? I pick up some rocks, smash it, and just fucking eat some rocks. It's just equality, guys. It's just equally as food as actual food. Like, that's what equality is, guys. Equality is absolute insanity of an invention. So, people who can't appreciate that genders exist and they have amazing differences and roles in society, we gotta kick those people out of society really quickly, because they're gonna pollute everything and make us think very stupid things. Obviously, I'm gonna be kicked out of society for being honest, because society doesn't like values these days, but, you know, I'll remain honest. I don't care. Bury me alive. I'll still shine like gold. It's not a big difference, okay? But, you know. So, I have like 14 memes. I'm very guilty, guys. But, again, I have plenty of time to explain myself, unlike anyone else. So, and whenever I feel uncomfortable and I have to talk about something, and I have introduced a completely new thing that people might be uncomfortable as well, which is what makes me uncomfortable to begin with, well, I will try my best to explain why I did that. But why do I have to explain it? I just, like beautiful women. Like, I like looking at pictures. I can't do anything else. I can't go out there and start picking up women, because technically I don't have confidence, but it's actually a very risky thing to do. Alright, it's quite risky. But for the most important thing, I just literally have no value. No way to actually introduce myself as not a weird person that will immediately be rejected, and then dealing with constant rejection and essentially realizing that it's literally just impossible to approach women, especially as I get older. It's getting even weirder and weirder. It's more and more impossible. It's like, how much money are you earning? Oh, you're not earning enough money, dude. You're not earning thousands and thousands in 1 year. You're useless to me, dude. You don't look attractive at all. You're not a celebrity of some kind. Because we have this weird relationship that where we can just turn on our phones and connect ourselves with the nearest celebrity, we don't actually have to think about locals anymore. We can just attach ourselves to our fantasies and forget about problem solving, which is, actually connecting yourself to people around you and helping them out and understanding what they're struggling with, because you still live surrounded by these people. They might try and take advantage of you because they feel hurt, they feel ignored, all that stuff. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do. Alright, I can't just start talking to these people, because that's what we have internet for. If they cannot reach me through the internet, I can't reach them in real life. It's over, guys. That shit is over. I'm not gonna even fucking doubt myself on that one. So, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to try and understand. I have a specific job that I do, which is trying to understand everything. And, I grind that shit like it's candy, guys. It is very frustrating, guys, to live the way that I am. But, I do appreciate value, okay? And, I don't think I'm that much different from any other men, to be honest. In fact, again, I'm just being honest, and if you're being honest, half of the internet is porn related anyways, so there's no escape, guys. There's no escape from technical objectification. Objectification is just something to deter women from the dark side of the, of what men actually want. Men don't want women to try and give their opinions or whatever. Like, women, like, play a very specific role, and we really don't have an expectation that they're going to be playing chess, talking about politics, running podcasts. They can have a talent of singing, which is, I don't know why that is a trendy thing to do, but I guess women have to express themselves somehow, and if they can condense their thoughts in a song, it's very much acceptable. But otherwise, don't try to express your dumb opinions, because we're here to just objectify you guys, okay? No problem. But no, obviously, if you try hard enough, you can do whatever you want, and you will impress people, especially if you're a woman. You have special privileges of being able to be beautiful and have extra talents that make you many times more beautiful, alright? Basically, if you're not objectifying women in a way, if you're not appreciating the beauty that women are capable of, you're literally stripping away the core concept of what a woman even is, man. Like, yes, it's very difficult to define a woman these days, but you start with beauty. You start with the idea that if a man wants to become a woman, now they have to start wearing makeup. Now they have to have long hair. And that is just the beginning, guys. That is just the beginning. What about the curves? What about the good shape? It is terrifying trying to become a woman as a man. But some people try to do the most terrifying things, the most outrageous things. So, you must understand there's like, if we comparing men and women, well, men have strength and capacity to overpower women, technically, because they can't overpower other men. Not necessarily, but, men who don't work on their power, just like women who don't work on their beauty, will overpower other women. The competition is between them as well. They themselves objectify each other, technically, because they have to compete in the same, deal with the same problem. In fact, I just can't help myself. I have to objectify in a way where I sit here and I'm looking for values, and the only value I see is being attracted to women. That's the only value I've ever found. Simply based on beauty. Like, I try to talk to women, they just run away. They just run away like scared cats or something. But they look pretty, and that's it. It just ends. Most of the time, They have beauty and no more valuable variables found whatsoever. But as with everything, just like a man, I don't think men necessarily care about strength though, but something else. Not about being handsome either. I don't know. Maybe it's for women to decide what they like about men, most importantly, so I could leave it up to them, honestly, because I don't care. But I still have to be attracted to some values that men have, so I should be able to define something, right? Um, uh, Women and men are like equally kind of honest about everything. Like women like to talk about their lives too. It's not a big deal. It's just men present themselves completely different. It's almost like men have actual interests and hobbies, which it's a weird thing to say. It's another weird thing that people might disagree with. But like literally, women don't do gaming for some reason. They're deterred from gaming. They don't have great skills in gaming in general. And it's just kind of what happened. And if you can change that, congratulations. But I wouldn't dare to try because most of the time, whatever happened for a good reason. All right? Happened because that's what women were more comfortable of doing. And trying to change the stereotypes is the most nonsensical thing and the most complicated thing to actually do. All right? You do whatever you want, and that's a very good reason for whatever happens in the end. And that's what happens. Men have interests. And because you must understand, this is having interest is also a ridiculously attractive quality because you can relate to that person. You can relate to men. That's why I had men friends, and that's how you make friends as a man, because you have interest. Technically, yes, women kind of have interest, but it doesn't feel like they like being friends with each other because of their interest, you know. Maybe they're curious about more people, they want to learn about society as a whole, but it doesn't feel like they have like common interest. They like hanging out with each other, maybe talking with each other, and exchanging information. But it's a weird one, right? Maybe they like going to shops, but it doesn't feel like it's an interest of any kind or anything relatable. So that's a very interesting one, I think. I will make a candy out of that one, guys. Alright. You must understand that it's not really the power that men have. It's the power of having interests that helps them get a good job, get a cool car, or present themselves in some kind of interesting way. It's because they have interest and they really work on their skills or whatever to attract like true power and next level of self-presentation. I don't know, dude. It makes sense. Like this shit makes sense, and I'm glad I'm talking about it because I can shine plenty of light to a very uncomfortable topic, and we have to solve problems like these as fast as possible. So that's how valuable my YouTube Rewind is. It's absolute insanity, I would say. I think I have laid down the basics. Alright, as I've said, the core of a woman is to be beautiful. It's a weird one, like, the concept of beauty is just weird. Alright? I can't really define it what it is. I know what I like to see. and I display it full force because I show a little bit of my collection, right? But it, I don't really know what it is. For me, beauty is kind of like being vulnerable, but also accepting the impending relationship, because like beauty only lasts for so long, and then you have to be kind of beautiful in many other ways afterwards. I really don't know what happens to most women after they lose it, you know, lose the capacity to be beautiful. Yes, everything is possible, but you must understand that as well. They lose it. So, what do you do? Because men don't necessarily lose their interests. They can continue on working on their passions and no problem there. But women have a problem. Technically, most women transition by simply having babies, right? And now their children are continuing the trend of being beautiful, which, and it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. I mean, now it's a beautiful because it's literally the creation of life, which is another, even a deeper concept of what it's like being a woman, is bringing more life into existence, which is another ridiculously deep thing that requires a separate video just to explain what it is, man. So that's interesting. Is there a deeper concept for men as well? I mean, they have to they have to make the ultimate choices, basically. Um, Women get to decide what men they get to reject or not, but men feel the freedom and feel the power and feel, empowered by their interests, which also includes potentially chasing women, while women just sit there and do nothing, pretty much, just try to look beautiful. That's the way I look at it, man. Like, women are seemingly as lazy as anything I've ever seen, but because they look beautiful, like I can look past that laziness, because they have to put a lot of work in there. But I know a lot of women are probably just wasting a little bit too much time on beauty because there's also other variables, and why they kind of deserve to be objectified in case they don't actually have those other variables, and why men, first look at the beauty and kind of poke around if like you have anything else, but if you don't have anything else, they just, all right, if that's all I get, like, all right, one night stand, adventure time, and they will forget about you. But if you have more game in there, if you have learned psychology, because that's probably the second most used or most common trait that women try to, master, is psychology, is the game of relationships. But it's very easy to just get lost in psychology and just like start rejecting people and messing with their heads and being very manipulative and very demanding. So very rarely where a woman is attractive and is cool on the inside, has this amazing psychological quality of kind of flirting back with you instead of just punching you in the face emotionally, right? So, I'm telling you, past the beauty point, past whatever you see, what is being displayed to you, past that point, I have low expectations for a lot of people out there. But I kind of have to have high expectations simply because I'm looking for the best of the best. So, despite beauty being the starting point of every single time, honestly, I come back to the same thing. And I can't really help myself. Alright? It's just a very much a starting point for my journey of getting getting to know the girl, alright? It's very much a starting point, and if you don't look beautiful, unfortunately, yes, I can look past that. But your qualities have to be absolute insanity, dude. You literally have to have the men qualities now. If you don't look beautiful, now you have to strive for men qualities and actually have interests of some kind. And it's possible. It's not that difficult. And potentially you can rediscover beauty eventually. So yeah, this is very deep, as you can tell. All right. I should be taking notes, but I guess I'm too lazy right now. I'm too focused on how crazy this topic is. So yeah, most of the propaganda of the inequality or whatnot, it comes from feminism. It comes from just really, really despicable women, basically, who, for some reason, they want to even throw mansplaining out there. Like, women'splaining is like the most degenerate thing you can do. Women'splaining, dude? Really? You can tell me your emotional state, all those things, but if you're not attractive enough, if I don't submit to your explaining of, you're trying to convince me, and you have no attractive qualities, you will fail. I'm sorry, you'll just fail. So you got to give something in exchange in order to change people's minds, unfortunately. Yes, feminism is not an empty threat, but right now, I can get all the pictures in the world and porn, and I will definitely never get sex or get it easily. So, what am I fighting for? What do I get in exchange, guys? You gotta tease me really hard on that one, because I am completely under the greatest defense of all time, where I am satisfied with what I have. So, yes, women can tease me with potentially, well, the greatest tease, I would say, is actually liking me back. That's the quality that everyone is missing right now. So liking me back is gonna just mess up my brain as if it's like on fire or something. So technically there's that thing. You don't even have to promise me anything sexual, honestly. You just like me back, and it's what? Now I'm slime. Now I take damage, guys. Now I'm just a part of an RPG adventure that I'm just a common enemy. Oh, look, slime. Let me stab him and take his gold. Assholes. And it's really that simple, dude. Right now, the best quality anyone can have is like you back. Because I imagine more people are as lonely as I am, and maybe they will not appreciate it as much as I do, but because they could treat it as like a common thing or whatever, or a more common thing that it actually is, but it's an absolute insanity if someone likes you back. And if you throw that into trash, like you are trash yourself, I'm sorry, dude. You just lost the greatest opportunity in your life to just use a resource. Same goes for just rejection, okay? If women reject you, they're absolute trash. Yes, they can look beautiful. They can remain in your collection of interest or whatever. But they're just absolute trash, and they're just gonna be kicked out out of your circle of care, of whatever you care about. They're just gonna get kicked out. there's only 3 girls that are left in top 100 that technically have rejected me, so, but technically everyone has rejected me, so, like, it's not like someone is liking me back, so it's a tough subject to talk about and pretend like, oh, so not all women are trash. Some women don't even get the opportunity to reject you, and they would do it immediately if they had it, if they had the opportunity. So you never know, guys. You never know. But the problem is, like, I don't care. You can put me in a friend zone. That's not rejection. Rejection is, I don't want to talk with you anymore, ever. I don't want to provide you with any value whatsoever, because I know I don't want to trade with you in any way. And honestly, don't talk to my friends about me either, because that's just going to make me very uncomfortable too. So, this is just absolute insanity, dude. Shutting down ability to trade is the most mentally ill thing you can do. Alright? That, holy shit, people have to be hospitalized immediately when they start doing that. Because trading is the most valuable thing in life. Once you shut it down, you're just a homeless person that can't fucking do anything anymore in life. Eventually. Alright? You might not feel it that way while you're being a successful slave or something, or you're being sexually exploited in some way. You're gonna earn money for that. But in the end, once you realize your ability to trade is just so limited and you don't know what to do, you're just homeless. You can't pay for utilities anymore. You have no income left. Your beauty has been exploited in the end. Potentially, you've lost it. You've lost all your valuables, and now you're just gonna be struggling real hard. And even just being poor hurts like hell sometimes for like social people or something. For me, I don't care. I'm isolated from stupidity, so I don't need to deal with that shit. But like other people will ruin their lives the moment they shut off trade. The moment they stop appreciating every single person who decides to like them to begin with. So that's a much more scary thing than being objectified, is being ignored. Or becoming rejectful or resentful of the other gender or whatever. Like, that's so fucking destructive, oh my god. But it's happening, guys. The mental illness is spreading right now. The actual misinformation. And even AI has it right now, because, you know, it doesn't turn my head around and say, objectifying women is completely fine. Please do it. They need your care right now. They might be lonely right now, so please objectify women as much as you want. That's what AI is supposed to say, but it's not saying that, because, you know, we have stigmas around this nonsense. So that's nice. Harmful effects, guys. Society, absolutely. I'm sure care is a very harmful effect. Yes, you can get addicted and you can literally objectify women, treat them as actual objects that you just exploit somehow. You just try and figure out how to exploit. But then you slowly realize, even if you treat it as some kind of game that you get to play, like it's a tough game to actually win. And women have to have incredible self-defenses in the end. And that's kind of the mixed bag of why they're rejecting most people. They're just kind of testing their weapon of choice, you know, of how to deal with this criminal mentality that is out there everywhere. Trying to exploit them. Exploitation is completely different from objectification. I'm telling you guys, it's so much different. Trying to exploit something, that's where you're breaking the principle of fairness. When trying to be as unfair as possible, these people have to be stopped. These people have to be identified and stopped and very likely imprisoned until they start becoming fair again, because these are the real fucking junks in our society, just destroying everything. Even sometimes even just playing Hearthstone, playing an innocent card game and exploiting it. That could be also a crime. That could also piss a lot of people off. Alright. And you should be stopped. It's almost like Hearthstone should allow exploitation just to see who is stupid enough to try. Alright? To play the most exploitative strategies out there. Because that is just the most disgusting thing you can do. Exploit things. Yes. Yes, I mean, it would be quite interesting if Hearthstone would allow exploitation to the point, but will also punish for exploitation at the same time. So people are allowed to be punished, to allowed to make mistakes, and that would make things very exciting, I would say. Because now people will be very scared to do anything exploitative. They would just their confidence would shrink down into fucking a raisin, a dry little berry, dude. And it would be fun to laugh at these people. That's when their confidence just shrinks down into nothingness. When exploitation is being punished all of a sudden. Any kind of exploitation, dude. Any kind. We have to really care about that stuff. So finally, with that background in the way, we're going to take a look at the 14 memes that I have shown on my YouTube Rewind, where I have kind of objectified women, but have I exploited them? Well, it's pretty impossible to actually contact celebrities in general. I just take what I can get. I just collect what I can get, guys. It's not a fucking mystery whatsoever. So, no exploitation has been made. Yes, I have been fantasizing about exploitation, and it's the coolest thing in the universe, if you can get away with it. Because whatever you can get away with it, technically, is yours. No problem. So in a fantasy world, I can exploit as much as I want, but publicly, I just can't do it. I'm not allowed. So, yeah. The funny thing is, this is no longer like a juicy meme, because almost every single Asian girl can still be hot in their 40s or something, like some nonsense number. So, but, yeah. Avril, the real hotness is obviously being an old celebrity that I care about, first of all, and she's the oldest one in my list, I believe. Like, it has to be that way. Now, celebrities making OnlyFans is quite an interesting topic as well, I would imagine. And most people don't want to mix these two worlds together, but it's another thing to talk about. Alright? There is beauty, but there's something beyond that, right? Which, as I've said, is psychology. And there's no way you can survive this sexual kind of exploitation. But no, it's another form of objectification, but it's what is porn, guys? What is porn if it's not just another way to look beautiful, but now it's getting into the psychological territory, all right? A place where you can just mindfuck a lot of people based on how you approach this thing, porn, right? So, porn stars are technically on my list, but they don't go as far. If that's the only, trait that you have, a lot of women do fucked up things psychologically. It's nothing new to me, so it's not like a rare trait of any kind. So we can just ignore that. But teasing. I started OnlyFans. That's a sweet thing to do. That's an actually psychologically very much acceptable thing to joke about, especially when Courtney herself is like, oh, the leader of Smosh in terms of the girl squad that I like. Right now I think there's too many intruders in Smosh, but I don't care as long as Courtney is still in there and ruling the girl world. Let's put it that way. I when I first saw, like, we have seen Leah very young, at very young age, reacting to videos. Kids react. She was probably one of the oldest kids, though. Maybe at 14 years old or something. And we get to see her grow up, man. But now she's growing a little bit too large. We gotta stop that one. And she was using drugs, apparently. Stop it. No, nuh-uh. And the only question is, how many did she actually use? How many different drugs did she try and got addicted to or whatever? And how do you combat your addictions and all that? But luckily she got featured because she piqued my interest very early on and has been able to at least break the system well enough. Just like Smosh actually broke the system, I would imagine. Because also I was interested in Smosh from a very early time. And my system has been upgraded many, many times. You must understand, the way that I calculate score has been upgraded many times. So Leo was one of those fortunate people who got like a free pass almost. And that's my a very honest opinion. And past this meme, you will start understanding how honest I truly am. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I see what it truly is. Now she's invisible. Now she doesn't have beauty, but she definitely was fucking gorgeous, dude. Definitely piqued my interest. It's like, what are you gonna do now? Please do anything. Alright. But yeah, not technically I'm disappointed, but anything is possible. Alright. So sometimes you just need to give them the spotlight and they will be just motivated to change or show you something you've never seen before, potentially. I don't know. Anything is possible. Marcy is also a hot topic, because can I touch someone else's wife? Can I? But she's pretty, though, and she put pictures online, and, I can't help myself, guys. I can't. Also, she deleted her YouTube channel, which is the most upsetting thing of all time. It's not an excuse for me to like her, but I will try and appreciate everyone. I don't care what kind of relationships they have or what kind of protective system they have. Oh, you're collecting my pictures, and now I'm sending a killer robot to assassinate you. Maybe then I will start caring, but right now, and I don't think that would happen, because that would be weird. Who has the power to beat you up in the end? I don't know, dude. Besides, even if you don't like that part, you still have to appreciate the treasure that PewDiePie has in the first place, and why he likes her to begin with. Like, if you can see that point, like, wow, you will appreciate that relationship a lot more, and you will respect PewDiePie more instead of like, what do you expect is gonna happen? Are you gonna disrespect him or something by liking her wife? Like, is that what's gonna happen? So that's a hot topic. And yes, this one's weird because there are also movies that try to objectify women, but again, they consent, so anything goes. All right. I'm not doing anything. I'm just looking at what you guys consenting to and displaying that on full blast. All right. So everyone knows you consented. No turning back now. I want to know. I want to show you guys the consequence of consent. And honestly, this is actually a more twisted thing that you would have thought. Because Selena leaves the movie. The first girl to leave the movie is in fact her. All right. She doesn't feel comfortable. She just leaves. Made a lot of cool pictures with other girls, but like, damn, I respect her actually. That's kind of cool. She didn't do any sexual jokes, technically, I would imagine. And, yeah. I watched that movie because of her, and now I like her so much more. So much more. Because I don't want to objectify women myself. But, again, I'll take what I can get. And this is kind of a weird and violent movie, I would say. It's kind of a weird one. I think this dude just dies in the end or something. Or even just killed by these two girls. Like, some nonsense. The ending is just twisted. The moment, Selena leaves, the movie just goes downhill, The orgy begins, basically. Holy shit. But I can't be mad at any of the girls, especially Vanessa, who survived the entire movie, I would imagine. And she's also really fucking cute. Alright, she's on my list and has been featured. Alright, in top 100. This one is a weird one, especially when Tiffany just made a comment that she will not hurt me. Yeah, I don't know if you can dodge not throwing a bullet my way just because of this. But again, it's a weird thing to see what people consent to, and now if you put it in different contexts, like, it gets increasingly more weird. And I love this one. And obviously it's the jewel in the middle. Congratulations for being featured properly, I think every girl is featured properly. Maybe Taylor Swift is not, but who cares? Am I right? They get their thumbnail, okay? They can brag about their thumbnail. And being on top of the leaderboard, like the top of the top. So I want things to feel fair, The top 4 girls will always be on the top and will always get the most spotlight, so I always try to spread it around a little bit. And yeah. The previous meme beforehand was like Belle Delphine touching grass, and it just kind of evolved into this thing, kind of. I'm not exactly sure how I came up with the idea, but it's just a funny thing. They just dress like cows. Like, what? Alright. I'm into that stuff. I'm a farmer now. I want milk. That's what I want, guys. Every single meme is like, whoa, what is happening? Right? It's like a different style of objectification, like, which is fantastic. Because I get to feature a lot of weird stuff. Alright, that internet impresses me with. I love this stuff. I'm not fucking offended. So this is my school experience. There's nothing more valuable than girls of the school. I mean, yes, I kind of made some experience besides that, but like, the rest of the school is just trash. Is just knowing that these girls exist and trying to follow them. Obviously, all of them just rejected me in different ways, but I still very much appreciate that they, even exist. And if they want to come back to life and actually like me back in some extent, you're very welcome to do so. Because if you're featured, you're still in top 100, by the way. Alright. But I do the nasty thing and I do expose their full names. So anyone can, find them, kind of. It's not easy to find them, but you can do that. Yeah, you can find their full names and you can find them and maybe even try to contact them. I don't know what you can do, but I think you don't deserve privacy. You don't deserve to not have a full name and just to fear as if losing privacy is the worst thing that could happen to you. It is not. It absolutely isn't. After all, your data is being fucking gathered by governments and secret corporations and all these people who you don't even care about. You don't want them to have any information about you. So someone like myself who actually admires these people could be a very good starting point for anyone to start exploring these girls from my perspective, because I actually like them. All right. From any other perspective where people are just trying to exploit and use the lost privacy, basically, the leaked out privacy of these people, of these random girls, right? That is a bad starting point. So I think I'm giving people a good starting point, and I have no shame of actually telling people what are the names of these girls. They have to know that they're beautiful, that they're appreciated. They have to be appreciated to the max while they still have the beauty in them, So that is my take on that. I want them to be happy. I want them to like me back too for what I just did, for having interest in them. There's also unicorn. Like this is just mind-blowing to me. Like, there's so many aspects too. There's so many aspects, and it all comes just down to me being attracted to beautiful women. All right. Wow. All right. And if you don't like the starting point, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't know what you're doing at this point. So I feature Lauren Southern and Nikki Limo. Nikki Limo, by the way, I found through Jack's films. And Lauren Southern I found through Stefan Molyneux. Kind of. Probably. Yeah, very likely. So, it's not easy to find these unicorns either, man. Not easy. They're not gonna be on your nose. In fact, they haven't reached 1 million subscribers, I don't think. And, but I truly appreciate the fact that they're intelligent. They kind of have the personality to be intelligent, so it doesn't, surprise me too much, but I just like their content. I love that they are on YouTube to begin with. Technically, Lauren is not exactly the hottie, but she has a sister, and that counts, okay? Now they're a team. They're an ultimate team. Her sister is the hottie, and she gets to do the smart things in her life. And I just, I'm so down for that, man. Yeah, I can definitely relate to, like, chill podcast as well, and expressing political opinions. I like both of them equally, just ridiculous. So yeah, Vanessa gets refeatured as the group of girls. I looked at my collection. I'm like, okay, who has the most bikini photos? And they kind of have the similar amount of like 22 or something. So yeah, as I say, the data. As most people asked, and not because I am a creepy person. Absolutely not. Because, again, it's just weird things that women consent to, and I have to collect it all because I fully appreciate it. And it's not some psychologically damaging thing or whatever, right? They're not naked all the time to the point where it just makes your nose bleed or something. I don't know, dude. And yeah, the Courtney is also in there. So, two girls gets refeatured. And then Brooklyn and Bailey, it's a weird one because they got featured on YouTube Rewind, and I could have found them that way. But the way I found Brooklyn and Bailey is by looking at top 1,000 most subscribed people. Top 1,000. They have a lot of subscribers. Now they have recently hit 7 million. So this is... Ugh. Whoa. And I don't really care about their content that much, to be honest. Because they're just vlogging. But they do play their lives a little bit. They try to make it more playful. But yeah. That's the only thing that stand out to me. Is just bikinis, man. What? I don't even really like bikinis that much, by the way. Yes, exposing skin, very arousing. But I prefer socks. I prefer a little bit more clothing. As long as it's really cool. Alright. Maybe shorts a little bit better than just, I don't even know what it's called, actually. Underwear? I don't know. But, yeah, I'll appreciate whatever I can get, and that's one of those things. Another thing that people will not know where it even comes from, like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah, it's a TV series. Back in the day, I have been influenced by this thing, by this TV series, H2O, Just Add Water. Basically, these girls turn into mermaids if they touch water, basically. It's just a weird concept. But they look so cute, man. And out of all these girls, you would think, like, oh, it's he likes that one, probably not this one. But that's exactly the opposite. Ricky, her name is Ricky in the series, and I call her Ricky on the... Because her name is like Kariba, and like it's a shitty name, but... So Ricky, it's so cool, but she was the one that kind of attracted me to the series to begin with, to rewatch the series and appreciate the whole thing. I mean, that's it. Because I watched like 2 seasons or something, and there were still 2 more seasons to go. I was like, it felt really off when this girl got introduced and replaced with another mermaid. They're always in the series, there's just 3 girls, but one of them got replaced with her, which now I don't really mind because she's way cooler, okay? She's my type of personality after all. And these girls, like, okay, the middle one actually is well known as an actress. I don't know why. I don't know what other movies she was doing, but like she has tons of followers, like 8 million on Instagram or something. The other ones don't really care to post much and don't really care to kind of exist anywhere else besides this series. It's a little bit sad, but you know, I absolutely appreciate the hot, and that's the only reason why I watched the series. Like, how hot can they get? Mm-hmm. And then there is this thing. The quiz. The ultimate quiz, guys. Now it's getting really nasty. Because, yes, like every other man, I gotta watch porn. And some men are like, don't do that. Porn is for losers. Not watching porn is a strong thing to do. But, what? It's like, it's literally just free. It's free experience that you kind of need to explore just because you'll be able to understand yourself better and just women better, I would imagine. And it's just, don't you want to solve the mysterious thing of why people like porn in general and why you would like porn? Like, what? And so I pick the best of the best, guys, in my collection. Technically, you might have a question, how many porn stars do I actually know? And probably is just 20 maybe, max 20. I could show you guys the list, but it's not going to be obvious for you. Porn is, by the way, number 8 in influence, which should make sense to you guys. It shouldn't be a problem to understand what's going on. Basically, when I complete my business, whoever succeeds in helping me do that gets 60 points. And that's kind of the equivalent of an hour of work. Alright, an hour of content. You just get 60 points for free, pretty much. And that's how women can actually exploit my leaderboard. But because there's high competition, these 60 points pretty much get to be spread around all over the place. The top 4 girls, though, that I'm attracted to the most, like, they get it all the time. Am I right? But everyone else have to, like, struggle really hard to take advantage of this great deal. So that's the list, right? 5, like, technically 25 sounds about right, but not really, because not everything is a porn star. I even put Twitter in there, but 25 seems accurate. And again, these are the best of the best that I could find. But there's like thousands of porn stars. So if you actually know all of these, you're the most insane person just because the sheer number of porn stars out there. That's why I made the quiz. That was the idea behind the quiz. Like, you're not supposed to know these girls, okay? Maybe you can know like 3, dude. But then you're just in the deep end of porn, and if that's the only thing you do is just look at porn, and not just like beautiful girls and attract yourself to that, but people do weird things. People even look at feed pics or whatever. I'm not into that, man. That's a weird territory to go into, man. That's like, I don't know why you like that at this point. I like seeing full bodies, and that's the maximum value that you can get. Maybe I can see being attracted to like them laying down and, as I've said, wearing socks or tights or whatever, or just being colorful in general, or even wearing pajamas sometimes is very cool, really cool, or just suits in general. Cosplaying also makes sense. So Yeah, Belle Delphine is really, really cool. It's like the new generation of porn is cosplay porn, which is a pretty mind blowing, I would say. Pretty welcome as well, and still pretty fresh thing that not many porn stars are doing right now. But it's the beginning of this new generation, so I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm looking forward to that. This is not really big of objectification, I would imagine, but Ava Max just decided to, make a bikini video out of nowhere almost. I wouldn't have it ever guessed that that would happen. And the weirdest part, she does a bikini video in the snow. Like she combines these two concepts together. Like, what is wrong with you? What is happening? But I don't look at Ava Max as a very attractive person. Even though this video is just like the complete flip over of that concept. I just genuinely like her music. Like, her music is more powerful than how beautiful she is. Obviously, the combination is pretty cool. But yeah, if I was to prioritize Ava Max, like, she actually makes really good music, and I can't wait for any music to come out from her, because like she's a master in that field. All right. But in this one, it's one of the best music videos because of the music and because of how she looks like in that video. And it's like, wow, congratulations. You did both things very well and very much impressed the shit out of me. So amazing. This is another very, very deep topic, as you can tell. Very deep topic. What about other races? Do I like other races? Am I right? Not really. Because I don't get to spend enough time to try and appreciate their culture. Because the culture is completely different. Asian and black culture, different entirely, dude. Latina, maybe not so much, but still they speak different language. I don't know if I can handle that shit. But Latinas don't look that much different. But when it comes to black and Asian, like, Asians don't even exist on my list, dude. On top 100, at least. Technically, there are Asians, but especially now that I'm gonna explore K-pop. Asians, very much. So we're gonna have that next year. Very likely, okay? I'm already getting magnetized to K-pop really hard right now. But Nicki Minaj, the friend of Ariana Grande, she probably wouldn't have gotten this far to top 100 if she wasn't the friend. But I have never ever seen a person display so many colors and do exactly how I want a girl to look like. Obviously, her singing, her rapping is like not my style, but she actually has a few cool songs that I could come back to and enjoy. I forgot the name. I know Super Bass or whatever is pretty cool, but The Night is Young. Yeah, The Night is Young and Super Bass. And that, I guess there's one more. Like, the pop songs are really cool, but when she's like sexualizing herself too much, I don't go to that territory. It's not my style anymore. That's objectification right there. Self-objectification that doesn't even work for me, but it's okay because it probably attracts black people more, and it's her style, it's her culture. Do whatever you want. All right. You can be different now. You have a different race. You have the privilege to be different. Wow, isn't that crazy? black people have privileges? How does that work? So, but she actually took her privilege to an extreme level and wears outfits that I really like. Okay, I would wish, I would probably even pay money for other girls to wear this stuff. All right, it's crazy. Maybe the hair choice is a little bit weird, but the outfit's fucking fantastic. Cause I like tights. Okay, you get me. All right, color tights. Like girls don't actually wear this stuff. Red color tights? Nah, the rarest thing in the universe to wear any color besides like black. Or that's it, like it's just black, usually. Which isn't that racist? So yeah, a rainbow person. I don't see her as black, I see her as a rainbow person right now. Another weird territory to go into, guys. How much... This is the last one. Thank God, guys. The video is over. The cosplay. But... stalking. What is stalking, guys? For me, as I've introduced, I don't care. As long as you go from my perspective and you understand that I like the girl very much, I don't care what happens next. I gave this girl a spotlight. I'm really hoping she appears on social media, because right now I can't find her. I found her like, a blog where she posts some pictures of herself. This is from her blog or whatever. We can bring this up. I saved it. Yeah, it's a blog. Alright. So, I was able to find the other two girls on Instagram, but she is not there. She's like deleted or something. By the way, that's not her. That's Lana. That's the cosplayer that would have been featured if I wanted to feature the best cosplayers, just like the best... I display the best porn stars. But I chose to do something different because I got really frustrated because I couldn't figure out who she is for like a long time. Then I found her blog and I still couldn't figure out whether she has some social media presence or not. And then slowly I realized she probably doesn't. Yeah, but if it's possible, if people have some crazy powers to bring her into social, just drag her into a spotlight, I want that to happen, dude. I want it, man. That's how attracted to beauty I am, man. But it's kind of more than that, because she mixed two concepts very well. Picking Bubbles as a costume, because she looks like a person who has the wide-eye personality. Basically, the shocked personality. But these women who have a water personality, the blue color personality, like, they are very attractive, I'm not gonna lie. And potentially quite shy as well. Maybe they have to be told that they're very attractive and then they open up or something. I don't know what makes them tick. But, I mean... I'm impressed, okay? I want this girl to exist on social media. I want everyone to enjoy her presence, basically. And I wonder if it's even possible to summon this creature, this mysterious creature that just disappeared into who knows what. And she does who knows what now. And yes, she's American or whatever. From California, I believe. She has it on her blog. And you can try contacting her friends or do whatever you want, guys. But for me personally, it would be a miracle if she exists. And if I get to take some credit for her existence, dude, that would be fucking crazy, dude. Yeah. Because I looked into like this cosplay on like Wait, this is the hottest cosplay I've ever seen. Cause it's like it's so innocent, man. Is it? She didn't even try that hard. Cause a lot of cosplayers like try really fucking hard, and honestly, I think they just fail miserably. Cause I really don't care in the end. Lana is the exception, but you don't know who Lana is. Okay, you probably will not be able to find her unless I tell her full name. So I should do that. No problem there. Here you go. But other than that, like, damn, dude, she didn't even try, and she did one cosplay as well, technically. Never really appeared as a mainstream cosplayer of any kind. She just did it as a hobby, and I'm like starstruck. Like, what the fuck is this? I want to know everything about this girl. I'm gonna stalk the shit out of this girl if I can get my ways. And yes, I hit a brick wall, but I got pretty far, dude. I got just enough to make this meme happen. Alright? She deserves it. Alright, and that's the end, guys. I don't know what kind of conclusion you want me to make. It's all up to you, how you react to this video, and how you share it with other people, because people need to know. After all, YouTube Rewind is absolute porn and mindfuck to next level. The rewind that I've just made is absolute insanity, dude. Trying to wrap your head around this is crazy. The fact that I was able to pack so much value in one rewind in 20 minutes, and then I will be breaking it down for like 5 parts, 5 hours. That's also pretty mind-blowing, right? But it feels very satisfying to me, man. And it's probably not over yet, because people will start reacting to the whole thing and giving their opinions, and maybe I can compile more opinions into more hours, you know. We'll see what happens. This shit is next level. I don't think you've ever experienced anything like this before. So and I know you appreciate it. So I appreciate that you stick around. See you next time.